Hey Cubs, welcome back to the channel. Today we're on this side of the room because I've been having a swap about and unfortunately it's not quite done, but never mind about that. Today's video is a bit of a last minute decision because on Friday Jazza issued a challenge for those who would like to win their own sketch pack. Now whilst I already have mine, I thought it would be a fun challenge to do for a video, so let's get going. So for those of you who don't know Jazza, he does lots of wild and wacky stuff with art, but recently he's been doing this series of drawing monsters from their descriptions, trying to make them more accurate, which has been really fun to watch, and this is where this challenge comes from. So as you can see, I've just put the prompt on the screen for you before I get going. Now for this project I did default back to my usual style of drawing, just because I found it way easier to do, plus I'm only partway through reading the sketching guide that came with the kit. I struggle with humans a lot, probably one of my biggest weaknesses in art, because I avoid drawing them because I hate doing it so much, but again I want to change that, try and get better. As you can see, I've used a lot of references for this. At first I thought for the animal muzzle I'd use a Rottweiler, but then I thought chances are it's going to be something more well known, sort of like a wolf or a bear or something like that. So I do switch it out to a bear, because it just seemed to make more sense to me, and I want to use curled ram's horns for it. Again, I really like them aesthetically, compared to just like straight dragon horns or something like that. And yes, I did trace around my own hand for the oversized human hands, just for, you know, sketching stuff out, the warm up. Not sure why, just seemed like a good idea at the time. So I just sort of sketched various bits and pieces from the description before putting them all together, and trying to come up with a design I liked. I did kind of muck up a bit on this, so this is definitely something that's more something I designed rather than is very likely what it actually is supposed to be. My initial thought was actually the Razak, I think they're called, from Aragon, but then I thought actually they're kind of more bug-like. From what I remember, it's been years since I read the books, so I'm kind of stumped as to what it is. I'm going to do a Google search in a minute, and if I find the answer I will stick it up at the end for you. If not, we'll just have to wait and see and hope that Jazza tells us what it was, because I'm really stumped with it. My guess, however, is that he is something more cryptid or mythological, mostly because of the either or descriptions. There aren't many creatures I can think of from books that have that, but despite being quite into that sort of thing, it's nothing I can think of, which is frustrating to say the least, but never mind. So for the final piece, I did decide that I would do an acrylic painting. Watching this back is actually quite painful, not so much the technique of the painting itself, but the fact that for whatever reason I thought it was a good idea to have my palette on the left hand side. So you will see several times that I lean across the painting, and yes, my sleeves are now covered in paint, but that's why I primarily now only wear this hoodie when I'm painting or anything like that, so that I don't make a mess of it. Or a mess of any of my others, I should say. But I did enjoy the process. It was a lot of fun. Something I've not done a huge amount of. But yeah, I'm glad that I chose to do this. He does have a very basic kind of sketchy background that I did for him. But yeah, I'm happy with how he turned out overall. I don't think he particularly looks like whatever monster he's supposed to be from the description. But yeah, I like him, and like I said, I may well turn him into a character. We'll just have to wait and see. So I'll just let you enjoy the rest of this process, and I will see you cubs in the next one.